Hello everybody, it's Nikos here and we are going to do our weekly Forex outlook with my friend Serginio from Italy.
Hello, I'm Sergio, also the members of the Nikos Trading Academy.
Yoo-hoo!
We will start with Euro Jap.
Okay, first of all, the outlook is for, what is today? August the 27th to the 31st. Yes, the last one for this month. USD Yen weekly chart. So we have our resistance and support lines ready on the weekly chart. We have an uptrend. We quickly check our daily chart. We have some support on the 200 EMA 633. Price also broke our trend line on this daily chart. So we have a lot of pressure right now. But on the 4-hourly, we saw already our first retracement. So that would be the first 1, 2, 3 setup on the 4-hourly chart in the direction of the main move for now, after that nice break here. So we don't have much volatility, so we would really like to see a nice bounce in this area first, and then a candle breaking this 2 to 3 line to either place orders or look for setups on this time frame or even lower time frames, like for instance the 1-hourly chart, or in combination with a 15-minute chart for day trading or scalping. You can also use the 5-minute, of course. You have a target of 40 pips to reach the previous highs on the lower time frames. For long term, you can start reaching the previous highs here, and of course later on here. And if that area is cleared, you can go for the next area of major resistance. Now for shorts, I wouldn't touch anything until price is breaking, or unless price actually breaking this area down here. So no shorts right now. In here it would be too squeezy between the 200 and 633, so just focus on the longs for now. If we don't find any bounces, leave this pair alone, check something else. Euro US dollar, on the weekly chart it's going down, and now we had a retracement. We'll check quickly our daily chart. On the daily you can see that our retracement was big, exactly almost 380 points, reaching the extension of this resistance line on this daily chart. It's also touching the 633, and now we want to keep our eyes open. Look at the 4-hourly chart, see what will price do when it's reaching the highs, let's say all the spikes, the extensions we had here. So we want actually the price to move up, maybe bounce here, and then we want to see. We don't take any shorts unless we see a break of this line, and then a lower low and lower high. And then on the daily chart we can always target the horizontal support down here. So it would look like this, something like this. On the daily chart, for the longs, it's too late to look for longs if we don't have a nice break of this area. This is our major resistance line coming from daily, from the weekly. It's everywhere visible, so it's a powerful area. We want to see how price will react in this area. If it's really breaking this like that with a lot of volatility, of course we can then look for longs. But for now, this area is very important for us because we expect the bounces. New Zealand dollar yen. We can make this also quicker, like this. We have horizontal resistance, we have support here. On the daily chart, you'll see that we can redraw a line. There we go. And two thoughts I have in mind when I'll check this chart. You probably see it already. If price is reaching that line, for sure we want or can expect a first reaction, a bounce. Now the thing is, will it bounce here or will it bounce already at the 36? We don't know this. We don't have much volatility. It's Monday today, but we know just by checking the charts, the price always broke the 36, found some higher points on the chart, and then retraced. So we have 3 connections telling us on those highs that the extension is above the 36. So we have a good chance that if we have enough volatility, that price might try to reach this resistance area again. Okay, let me just get rid of this line. So we focus either on a bounce on the 36 and then a break of this line, or bigger retracement back to here and then a bounce. In both scenarios, we want to be careful. Right now we want to be careful taking more longs, because on the lower time frames there is not much volatility right now, and we don't have any super powerful news releases today or tomorrow. So just wait for potential bounces. You can also check your Renko charts. In this case, if you don't see a lot of volatility, you might find some M60 settings on the chart, some longs here, or if you don't like that because it's too late, you can also watch for the break and then see if you find some M3 setups above here. That means price has to first break the 36 EMA, it has to retrace back to here, has to break and create a 1, 2, 3 above here for you to go long. Other than that, again, this would be the target, the extension of the line coming from your 4-hourly and daily chart. And in this area, we expect the retracements and bounces. Australian dollar, US dollar, it's also moving down. So we are following this move for a while. We had a range with the break of this wedge in the downtrend. Price created another 1, 2, 3 short, a nice setup again, but after that, what was it, 150 points move, now it is a little bit exhausted, so we wait for a potential bounce again. But we don't ignore the higher low at this point, so we pay attention to details here. It might start looking like this, so don't get caught into a range. You can try to take the short on the bounce. If it doesn't work out or it takes too long, just wait for a really good move or break to the upside. Of course, for longs, you don't want to do anything until price is breaking this line first. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, lower lows, lower highs, extensions here. Also visible on the 4-hourly chart that price bounced again on the extension of the powerful resistance line. It moved down about 100 points, retraced back about 70-80 points, and it's not really, it did bounce already, of course, as we expect, but I don't like the fact that we have a higher low and at the same time a lower high. So we have kind of a wedge or range here, and so we would like to see a break of this area or break of this area. If you want to trade in between only a scalping or day trading using lower time frames or the Renko charts, nothing else. GBP US dollar, quickly from the weekly chart, the next horizontal support is in this area, resistance. The support is in this area, but if price is bouncing, the next one would be a little bit lower between here and here, and of course down here, the major support. On the daily, we just simply draw an extension of this line close to the 36. Price might retrace and retest this line if there is not much volatility on the, for the shorts to the downside. So I wouldn't draw any other trend lines like this, because right now we just need to see where price is heading to. For example, if it's not creating new lows, it might bounce and retest this. If it's retesting here, it might start ranging, and then we want to see the clean break, which would be visible on the daily chart after reaching the 36, the extension of this line. If it's going down immediately, of course, then we take action and we start looking for setups below here using a 1 hourly chart, M6 Renko, or even aggressive shorter time frames. The Euro CAD, lower highs, again bouncing on major support. It is retracing, but the main move is short right now, so you can not really draw a trend line from closer. The only one is from above here. So again, we expect a potential reaction. We have our bounce here in this area, and if we have that, we can still focus on lower time frame shorts, because from here to major support and the 633 is only 200 something points, so we would focus on 4 hourly, 1 hourly charts, or maybe even lower time frames and Renko charts for the shorts if this scenario is happening. If it's breaking up, then we look for longs above here on whatever time frames you like. GPJPY, more or less the same scenarios. Everything is retracing right now, or did already retrace, and we wait for the reactions. So we have this, we have the extension of this. We want to see what happens when price is reaching this area. If it's breaking and there is volatility, we can take the shorts. If it's breaking with not much volatility and no powerful setups, it might create just a high low. So be careful. Wait always for the price to reach your profit zones, resistance. If that is breaking, you can always look for longs on the 4 hourly, 1 hour and Renko charts to target this line. Also, don't ignore the fact that we have previous support acting as resistance close to the 36. About the Turkish lira, this is going down up for a while, and now lately we have a little range also visible on the 4 hourly chart. So I would not suggest that you trade in between this area. You would like to see a good break and only use higher time frames like the 1 hourly and 4 hourly to look for setups, because the spread is huge. Okay, then of course you would target this area later on, the previous highs. That makes sense. For the shorts, it's a little bit more difficult. It's not really difficult, it's just that this pair has right now no reason actually to go down. Sorry, I do it like this. So I would just wait for a setup below here, and then you target the 200 EMA in combination with those highs, but we'll see. GBP CHF also going down, major support down here, resistance above. Very powerful. You see the daily candles are just going down, no big retracement. So right now there is no long scenario. We have a little range in this down move, so you can, to make it easy, you can draw some low, some horizontal lines here and some here to identify the range, and then either you trade the range, which is not that smart right now because there's not much volatility. It's Monday, as I said, but if it's breaking up, you can try to get in, target this high, and see maybe you get some more setups for a bigger retracement. Ideally, of course, a setup would be good, a new high, and then something like that for the longs. For the shorts, I would like to see a break and then setups below here, because even on the lower time frame, like the 1 hourly, you see we don't really have a lot of volatility. There is a range in a range in another range. This is not nice to trade, right, Sergio?
Exactly.
Okay, New Zealand dollar yen. It's just the Renko charts. I'm just checking the Renkos. So you can see it's the 30 for scalping and day trading. Just go back quickly because I had a question this morning. A member sent a chart asking me about this. So you can see on the Renkos 120, it's going up. Right. So yes, if we take a bounce, if you would trade a bounce and target this area, you would go short. But you need, of course, to do your approach. You draw your lines. Remember, you have to change the lines on the Renkos. And what he was asking is if he can trade aggressively. You can always try, but always use the volatility line, and then I would choose the lowest setting M3, and then the first setup policy. Break 1, 2, 3, entry here, account protection order, taking out half of the profits at the 200 EMA, because we are trading against the main trend, remember. And if price wants to go move lower, then you can still use the higher time frames, or even the classic time frames, to target the lows. You see on the 4 hourly it's not that big, but on the daily, if it breaks, then you can have a big move. Our issue is that we're still expecting a bigger retracement back to this line on the time frames. That's why we suggest to create a win-win scenario quickly when using the Renkos aggressively against the main trend, just to answer this question. That was it. Have fun, enjoy the rest of the week. Like always, if you like the video, make sure you share it, you comment, and you like it below. See you soon, and bye for now.